Libras, hi, welcome to this channel. This is your monthly reading for September. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email to schedule a reading. Okay. Now let's see what's coming through for you. Oh, by the way, part of September will be your season. Sun moves into Libra on the 22nd of September. If you are celebrating your birthday in September, happy birthday in advance. I hope you have a wonderful birthday celebration and I hope you get a lot of gifts, of course, right? That's important. So, and in September, we will be in the energy of Moon and the Hermit. So moon is our subconscious, moon is our emotions, feeling, our feminine nature, and both moon and hermit has to do with our intuition. So in September, your intuition will be strong. It has to do with psychic awareness, intuition, dreams. So pay close attention to what's happening internally, recurring thoughts you are having, signs, synchronicities, dreams, and things like that. Maybe think about keeping a dream journal. That would be really helpful. And also maybe think about writing down all the ideas and insights that you are getting. And hermit reminds us to trust our own inner wisdom because we have learned things from our experiences. This is not the we have lived several lifetimes and we have learned things in those lifetimes. So it's all there in our subconscious. That intuitive knowing is there. So it reminds us, instead of looking for answers elsewhere, it's important to go within. Like if there is something that we are seeking answers, solutions, things like that, it's important to come from our own understanding, come from our own inner wisdom and inner knowing. And moon is about being the light in the dark. It's about guidance. And so seeking guidance from our own inner self, our own higher self is what the moon and hermit both energies represents. Meaning, like if there is something, a confusing period that we are coming, if we come across any like confusing, a challenging period, then it's all about rising above our emotions, keeping our emotions aside and seeing things from a higher perspective. So this could also mean being a source of a pillar of strength and inspiration for others who are in the same boat as we are. Or it could also be seeking, letting our own intuition, our own wisdom, learn from past experiences, guide our path. So taking up a spiritual practice would be highly beneficial, and making time for self-reflection, contemplation, some kind of, practice that help us ground our energy, balance our energies, that would be really beneficial this month. So both energies indicate a slow period, but then the energy also reminds us not to get distracted. So distractions could be anything. It could be external, meaning what's happening in the world right now, people's opinions, their judgments, the trends and things like that. What's happening like in news, social media, things like that. Or it could also be internal distractions, like conflicting thoughts in our own mind. Sometimes our own beliefs, our own understanding, our own perceptions, our own judgments get in between. Our emotions cloud our own judgment sometimes. So it's important to just be aware of these things and not get distracted. So this could also mean seeing the bigger picture and moving forward despite fears, despite self-doubts, because both energies could also mean old fears coming to the surface, and we might also come across some self-doubts and things like that. So it's important to be present with whatever is coming, what we are coming across, so we know whether it's truth. So it's important to seek truth. We don't want to make assumptions. We don't want to make these emotions influence our choices and decisions. So it's important to know what the truth of the matter is in order to make right choices and decisions. So now let's see what's in September. We are also entering into eclipse season. We have two eclipses happening in September. One is, the first eclipse is in the sign of Pisces. It's a lunar eclipse happening on the 7th of September. And then we also have a solar eclipse happening in the sign of Virgo on the 21st. And eclipses means release, So this is also where we are asked to release something. So what is it that we need to release is something that we need to ask ourselves, because we all are going through different things in our life. We all are in different places in our spiritual journey. So for some it could be internal, meaning our beliefs, our habits, patterns, emotions, forgiveness, things like that. For some it could be external, like people, places, things, goals, something that doesn't resonate anymore. So that will help us travel light. And yeah, so not sure what all this means. It's important to pay attention to what we are coming across, so we know what this means for us, personally. Okay, Libra, center of the reading, you have Death card. This is the release that I was talking about just now. So that's what you are coming across. A transformation is what this energy is. So there is nothing to be afraid of. There is nothing. This looks like a scary card, Libra, but then it also ask us to go beyond what's on the surface. On the surface, maybe things may look like scary, uncomfortable, messy, but it calls for our attention. Like it asks us to go beyond, because when we go beyond, what we see is a sunrise here. That actually is hidden. We may not see it because on the surface, this is what we are seeing, right? So it asks us to go beyond, because this is a blessing in disguise. This is an opportunity for us to create some kind of transformation in our life. Like there is an ending, but there is an opportunity that this ending is leading to. Okay, so death is there and then covered by 10 of Wands. For some, looks like it's a travel, it's a move. Subconscious, you have Knight of Swords. For the past position, you have Two of Cups. Then the conscious position is the Sun card. I told you, death is also about rebirth and opportunity. So that's exactly what you are coming across. So what's ending is the dark. The dark is ending now and the sun is shining bright, Libra. So hope and optimism is what that energy is. Exactly what I was talking about, hope and optimism. So you are moving into a period of peace and harmony and tranquility. And star is coming through for, it came through for Leo, Cancer, Virgo, and now you. I don't know if it came through for Cancer, but I think so. Five of Pentacles is your advice card for the month. That's interesting. Environment, you have Emperor. And the opportunities, you have Seven of Wands. And then outcome, the final outcome card is Page of Cups. And then Nine of Swords is on the back of the deck. So Nine of Swords is this period is ending. So I'm not sure whatever it is that you are coming across, something heavy, something difficult, and if this is like, it could be that you are worrying about things, worrying about the future, how things are going to pan out, or it could be something that happened in the past. You are thinking about it and you are feeling bad about something. So what I want to say is this needs your attention. So that's exactly what I was talking about when I said this is also the month when you want to make some time for you to look closely, deeply at what's transpiring, what's coming to the surface. This energy could mean this is the subconscious. When we stir up our subconscious, things come to the surface. So it's important to know the triggers. It's important to know what you are coming across, the situations, circumstances you are coming across. So that's where a change can happen, a positive change can happen. So if we let this energy, if we get carried away in this energy, then nothing, we won't be able to create a change. It's important to catch yourself right there to understand, okay, this is what's happening, this is how I am feeling, how do I want to respond to this situation now. So what is it that you can do differently this time around? If this is something that you have been coming across like again and again, how can you transform this? So that is in your hands. Okay, so this could mean releasing, Libra. So it could mean releasing old ideas, the way you want things to be, the expectation. It could be expectations, it could be self expectations, the way your expectations from yourself, or it could be people, it could be situations, things like that. Or it could be old habits, patterns, tendencies, things like that. Or it could also be just accepting things as they are. Sometimes what needs to happen is self acceptance. Instead of struggling to change, fix anything, it could be any area of your life. It could be people, it could be you, like maybe, if you are, if you want to show up in a certain way, and sometimes if you drop the ball, then you might beat yourself down, so because that also happens sometimes, we get in our own way sometimes. So it's all about then reminding ourselves, okay, I am human. That happened, now what, so tell yourself, okay, that happened, now what? What is it that you can do now to create a positive change, to transform this situation? So that's in your hands. So instead of dwelling in what transpired and beating yourself down, you need to understand, okay, what kind of actions needs to happen here. So this could mean, yes, making a decision and taking action, creating a change. Or if this is nothing you can do about maybe what this needs is forgiveness and acceptance. Okay, on the other hand, it doesn't have to be about the same situation. If there is something you are feeling bad about, so it could be missed opportunities, lost times. So if you are thinking, okay, I wanted to do that, but I didn't get a chance to do that. So I wanted to say that, but I couldn't. So whatever the case is, now is this, if this is how you are feeling, like if you are feeling regretful about things, then you are feeling that way because there is an opportunity in this present moment. Maybe somebody needs your attention in this moment. So know what's happening around, who needs you. And this could also be a chance for you to do something that you want to do now. Maybe you are procrastinating, and so this reminds you, okay, you know what, now is also the time, there is an opportunity, there is a chance. So what is it that you can do now about whatever it is that you want to do? So it's all about taking action. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here with the Emperor in the environment. This is about you taking responsibility for your own life, Libra. That could be the case for some of you guys. Or taking things in your own hands and doing something, taking action, making some powerful decisions. Responsibilities is what this also means. So this could be responsibilities, it could be family, it could be community, you know, community, society, or it could be you taking responsibility for your own life. So and this is where forgiveness is happening, a release is happening. So not sure what you are releasing again. It could again be a move, like changing homes, or it could be other things, like it could be something to do with your career, a project you are working on. It could be something to do with your home and family. Protection is also what this energy is. You feeling protective. Sun is also here, something to do with children in your life. And this is where Emperor could also be a parent figure. So it may have something to do with the parents or a parent figure, or or it could also be your energy. Libra, this is where you are feeling protective towards people in your life. It could be protecting yourself, your space, your energy, something that's close to your heart. So you might find yourself picking up fight with others if that is the energy that you are coming across. Maybe like this is where if there is something, this is where you are like a lioness, you know, protecting what's important for you. All right, and let's talk about this Five of Pentacles. This is your advice card for the month, and the advice here is to just watch your thoughts, watch your words, Libra, because the energy is reminding you to take care of yourself. Okay, so how can you take care of yourself? Because what I'm seeing here, this is self-care and this is some exhaustion. It could be that you are working hard on something, and yes, that is evident from this card as well. With both these cards, it feels like you have several things on your plate now. So it could be your personal goals, family responsibilities, or it could be your career, a business, you know, whatever it is that you are trying to build now. So this is where what I'm seeing is you are handling, your plate is full, you are handling a lot, and it could be that you are the only one taking care of things here, and this is where you are rushing through things, meaning like something unexpected is also is something that you are coming across. This is a sudden abrupt ending. So not sure where this is happening for you, but this is where you are figuring things out, you know, you are handling things. So again, what I'm strongly getting is a move, you know, you changing homes. So of course, everything that comes with it, you know, this is stress and again, temporary, right? And this is where your travel is also coming through, and this is where you are carrying a heavy, the luggage, baggage, it could also be metaphorical. And so self-care is important, Libra. So whatever it is that you are coming across this month, it's important to take good care of yourself so you can handle this beautifully, you know. On the one hand, what I want to say is you want to stay more organized, because looks like you are taking care of different things here. So you want to stay more organized, plan your days, your schedule, and know where you are spending your time and energy and what you can let go of. So reprioritizing is important, refocusing your energy is important, so you can you know, take care of things that are important for you. So if you are putting your energy everywhere, and if you are trying to be everything to everybody, then it will be a little bit difficult, and you will also be, you will drop the ball and you will feel bad about things, you know. So it's important to focus on your overall health and well-being. By that, what I mean is mental health, emotional health, physical health, because this may have something to do with your emotions. You feeling irritated, agitated, it may have something to do with lack of sleep. That's what I'm seeing here. It could be that you are waking up in the middle of the night. It could be you worrying about things, something like that, Libra. So yes, and lack of sleep can also lead to irritation. So just be aware of that. So taking care of your overall health and well-being is absolutely important. So you can manage your days well, and you can stay more productive and take care of things, get things done. So Emperor is a card of managing, you know, managing your life, managing your responsibilities, managing your days, things like that. And how is that possible? It's only possible through prioritizing, staying more organized, taking care of our health, and asking for help whenever we need it, you know, things like that. So know if this is something that you are focusing on, If not, it's needed, so you can go through your day in a smooth way, smooth and calm way, calm and peaceful way, you know. Yes. So Five of Pentacles here could also mean um, complaints, you know. So complaints happens because of frustrations. That's what I'm seeing here, frustration. And it can also happen when it feels like we are not getting what we deserve. Or it could also mean when, yeah, so complaining about things. So that is something. Do you want to let that go? So how can you let that go? What needs to, because circumstances are not going to change, Libra. You know, people are going to be the same, circumstances are going to be the same, our life is going to be, you know, it will only change when we create that change, you know. So we are the change. So so how can you, so what I want to say is, yes, this is what you are coming across. Okay, it's like a package deal. So this is in your, this is what's in your basket. This is the relationships in your life. These are the people in your life. This is your career, and this is your health situation, whatever. Yeah, the package deal. So this is what you have in your basket, you know. This is your life in this today, in this moment. And now the question is, how can you make the best of it, you know. How can you, where, what can you change? Like if there is something that you are not happy with, what can you change? It's not about changing external, because that can only lead to frustration. It's about changing what you have control over. So mostly what we have control over is our own inner world, you know, our perception, our understanding, the way we want to respond to situations, our health, our well-being, our happiness. So this is where we want to start from. And now, like, if you are not happy with what you are presented with, you can kick and scream, and you can um, you know, do whatever. But then eventually we have to understand that no, this is not going to be helpful. It's only going to make things really, it's not going to be beneficial for our life as. So what is it that I can do now to stay more calm and peaceful? So what is it that you are seeking, Libra? That is important to know. You know, what something that we all seek is happiness, joy, peace, harmony is what we all are seeking. But you know, sometimes we get carried away, and we sometimes we forget what is it that we are truly, honestly seeking, you know. And then we focus our energies on other things, and so that is not, which may not go well, you know, which may not be beneficial for us. So it's important to come back home, Libra. Come back home to yourself, and listen to your heart, listen to the quiet whisper that is actually trying to draw your attention towards something important here. So it's important to again make time for that, you know. A dream, maybe a dream that you had forgotten. So yeah. So this is you having an honest, transparent communication conversation with you. So this is where you are releasing the superficial. This is where you are releasing the people pleasing tendencies, the superficial, the goals and dreams that doesn't resonate anymore. This is where you are releasing people, places, things, whatever is not helpful for you anymore, even though it may not feel comfortable, but that's exactly what is happening here. So you can move in the right direction. So this is your North Star, your true north and direction in your life. So you are being guided in the right direction. Okay, so on the surface, things may look a little bit messy, but do not get distracted, Libra. So this messy is also happening for a reason. This messy is happening so you can move in the right direction. Okay, so you can create a positive changes. So it's important to keep your eyes on the possibilities, keep your eyes on the light, and stay optimistic. Know that the future is bright. You have the sun and the star. This is balance, day and the night. So you are coming across both energy. So it has to do with balance. So this month is about, again, refocusing your energy and creating that balance in your life. So it's about focusing on all areas of your life, what truly matters. So yeah, let go of, watch your thoughts, watch your words, and you want to come from that place of self-empowerment. Let go of complaints. This is also about, you want to focus on what's going well in your life, all the blessings. So practicing gratitude is important this month. And also it will be, keep the faith. This is lack of faith, and the advice here is to keep the faith. Maybe on the surface, again, things are looking chaotic. There is order in chaos. That's what you want to believe, that this too is happening for a reason. So that will immediately help us change up our energies, and that will help us move into that place of trust and faith. So trust the process, trust your intuition, trust the intelligent power, because you are moving in the right direction. So be excited, be enthusiastic, and eager. That eagerness, curiosity is needed this month. Okay, so yeah. On the other hand, yes, again, with all these cards here, this is like too much you are focusing on. Your hands are full. So yes, so it's important to ask for help whenever you need it. It's important to plan your days. It's also important to make some time for you for self-reflection, contemplating on your experiences. So this could be either early morning or maybe before you go to sleep. So taking up a spiritual practice would be highly beneficial, and maybe think about like meditation, writing in your journal. That will really help you stay in touch with your own higher self, your own intuition, because you are receiving guidance here. On the other hand, this is also where this is peace and tranquility, and both you are coming across both energy. This is peace, calm, harmony, silence, and this is where you are coming across some noise. So what I'm getting is internal noise, because this is in your subconscious. So again, watch your thoughts, what's happening, and if this is helpful. And you might also feel like that sense of restlessness, as if there is an emergency, there is something urgent that you need to take care of. It could be that maybe there is something urgent that you are coming across, something, that needs your attention. But yeah, so just be aware. I'm not sure because this is the energy of September, right? I have no idea. So, but making that time for meditation is also important. Watching your thoughts. It doesn't have to be meditation, it could be anything that will help you ground and balance your energies. That would be really helpful. So, a calm mind can move mountains, you know. So, if the mind is calm, then it will be possible for us to go through whatever we come across in a calm way. So, mindfulness is important. So, you can pay attention to what's important. Paying attention to the details is important. So that will, otherwise haste makes waste, you know. We don't want to make any mistakes. We don't want to overlook something that's important. Okay, so now with all these energies, what I'm getting is there is something you are not seeing, Libra. So I know this is frustrating, right? I am a Libra too, so I have no idea what I'm not seeing here. So it could be, yeah, what is it that you are not seeing? And you also have 10 of Wands here. So for instance, like this is where you are seeing things from the surface. You know, so there is something happening, and that deeper, if you want to know what exactly is happening, so you might have to dive a little bit deeper. You might have to pause, slow down in order to really understand what's going on. Like, so for instance, if this is your interpersonal relationships, if you are coming across some arguments or things like that, it's important to ask the right questions, avoid making any assumptions, and it's important to like also question your own judgments, question your own the way you are understanding things. And it's important to like ask them, hey, this is what I'm hearing, is this what you meant? You know, things like that. We don't want to make any assumptions. Secondly, if you are signing a contract or agreement or something like that, if that complete clarity is not there, then wait. You know, again, ask the right questions, gather, do your research, gather information, talk to the right people. That is important. You know, so rushing will, you don't want to make any, you know, yeah, rushing won't help. Maybe, yeah, so know like how this is playing out in your life. So for some, again, it could be that you just want to spend some time alone, and this is where you are setting some boundaries. You are saying no to things, and something that's happening, you might also have to stand up for what you believe is right. You know, this is you rebellious energy, meaning rebellious for a cause. You know, it could be that you are you are doing some over explaining here, Libra. You are making someone see certain things. Maybe they don't want to see it, or maybe they are seeing it, but they are just pretending that they are not seeing it. I don't know. So, but this is where you are doing some over explaining, and it may not, I don't know if that is helping or not. So that is something you want to ask yourself. So parents, something to do with parents here, okay? Because you have Sun card here, and so maybe they are asking you to do something and you are like being rebellious and you don't want to do it. This is like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. You know, are you throwing a tantrum, Libra? So just be aware of that. So this is childlike energy, you know. So again, with both these cards, it feels like, you know, something to do with parents. Or it could be a parent figure or someone like that, Libra. So I don't know. Or it could be authority figures. It could be the organizations you are dealing with. So this is where you are saying no. And this is where you are making them understand your point of view, and maybe they have their own ideas about things, you know. So the control issues may come up. So I don't know if it's you, Libra, or if it's them. You know, it could be coming from your side or it could be coming from their side. So maybe there is something they are coming across, and you are being protective, you are trying to protect them. So that can also happen. So yeah, it's a lot. Attachments is what that energy is. One second. Emotional attachments. So when I said attachments, this could be this could be people in your life. It could be attachments to ideas. It could be responsibilities. It could be something to do with your work and career. And what I'm seeing is very passionate energy, So sometimes what happens is when we care for something, it could be people, it could be what we are working on, when we are passionate about something, and when we care for something, that can also be misconstrued as control. Like for instance, you love someone and you want them to be safe, you want them to be happy, and if you are asking them to do certain things because you know that this will be only helpful for them and they are not willing to do that, then that can lead to some frustration. And but where you are coming from is, you are coming from that place of love and care, but it can be misunderstood as control. Okay, so just be aware of this energy. It could be anything. It could be your community, it could be friends, it could be family members, it could be your work, whatever the case may be. All right, in the past position you have Two of Cups. Two of Cups is you, this is you connecting with your higher self, intuition. A strong connection is what that energy is. On the other hand, this could also be a relationship. It could be friendships, it could be romantic love for some of you. And this is where you are letting go, or there is a sudden ending happening when it comes to this energy, whatever this means for you. On the one hand, this has to do with your relationship with yourself. This is where you are making some changes, and this is where it may feel like a lot, but you are ready, you are releasing it. And this is where you are saying no because you have your priorities straight, and you are standing by your own decisions, and you are creating, this is a rebirth moment, you are creating a new life, a positive change in your life. On the other hand, this could also be a friendship, a relationship. Okay, and maybe that's something is happening there. It doesn't have to be your, it's not, I don't know if this is your decision or somebody else's decision. This is where an acceptance is needed, that or it could be reconciliation, so it doesn't have to be ending something and you parting ways or something like that. This could be a reconciliation, but with the star energy, you might have to ask if this is a reconciliation, you might have to ask yourself, what is it that I want to do differently this time? So what is it that what are my goals for this relationship, what are my expectations? So this is something that you want to think about before moving forward, making commitments and things like that. This could also mean having an honest and transparent conversation with the other party as well. That is also important, and you don't have to struggle. Sorry, microphone got charged out. All right, so what I was going to say is, you don't have to over explain, you don't have to struggle and over explain things, Libra, because if the understanding is there, you don't have to struggle, right? If that understanding is not there, you have to then ask yourself if it's worth your time, your energy, and Yeah, so this could mean releasing expectations. um, yeah, something like that. On the other hand, what I'm seeing is a long trip coming up for some of you guys, travel coming through, and you also have Sun card, and then the Ten of Wands and Five of Pentacles. All these energies indicate a long trip. So, and it's tiring, you know. So, and you might also come across last minute changes, so just be aware of that. It's important if that is something that you are thinking about planning, then it's important to check and recheck your itinerary bookings, things like that. And also remember to be proactive, take care of things in advance so you don't have to then worry about things at the last moment. So don't wait till the last moment. Be plan and prepare, whether it's travel, whether it's something else. Planning and preparation is important. So whether, like for some, it may have something to do with important conversations like meetings, interviews, things like that. So you want to uh, plan and prepare, do your research beforehand. If you are giving a presentation or something, make sure that your slides, everything is in order, you know. Yes. Uh, and you also want to make sure, so if there is an important event coming up, um, again plan. It's like for it, maybe it's short notice invitations is also what I'm seeing here, and maybe it's short notice, so you just also want to make sure that you have the right outfit. And sometimes what we wear is important, but mostly it's not. Like, I really don't care about what I'm wearing most of the times, but sometimes it also has to do with our attitude, you know. So yes, pay attention to what you are wearing, but pay attention to the attitude you are wearing. um, Meaning how you are approaching the situation, your attitude, what you are talking about, the conversations you are having. So stay away from complaints, what's happening in the world. You know, that is not something that we have control over. So if that is something you don't want to participate in, maybe keep your distance. But yeah, um, be like, it's all about, you know, it's important to be the light. By that, what I mean is keep your thoughts, words positive. You know, maybe talk about something that's going amazing in your life, in the world. And maybe it's also about asking the other person what's going well in in their life, you know, things like that. So this is like two people, whoever you are meeting, it feels like they are complaining about things, you are complaining about things. So at the end of the day, at the end of the conversation, you both will feel exhausted and tired, you know, nothing productive is happening. However, with that, what I also want to say is sometimes it's also helpful, you know, when we talk about things that we are keeping to ourselves, sometimes it's a big relief. So we also need to find creative channel, a creative outlet, you know, find an outlet to release those emotions. So this could be talking to friends, family members, whoever you trust, or it could be you know, counseling. You know, it's not about yeah, sometimes, you know, the world we are living in now, we all need somebody to talk to. So that is what I'm saying. But you don't want to talk to somebody like random people, because that may not be helpful, and you will also feel bad about things later on. So yeah, complain Libra as much as you want, but talk to the right people. Okay. Yeah, travel is what's coming through Libra. So it's like you are some, maybe somebody needs your help, and you might have to leave everything to be by their side, or something like that is happening here. but for some it's like a long road trip. So if it's a road trip or something, if you're taking your car, no, like maybe get an inspection done. A spiritual flat tire is what I'm seeing with this energy. So a spiritual flat tire. Interesting. So, but then if you are taking your car, make sure that you are getting an inspection done to make sure everything is good before you go on that trip. But on the other hand, what I also want to remind you is, if something happens, maybe that is also happening for a reason. So see the opportunities, maybe that maybe if you take that detour, if you have to take a detour, maybe you will find something interesting there. So that's a place where you want to come from, every difficulties that we come across, there is an opportunity, there is a blessing. So when we keep our eyes on the possibilities, on the blessings, then it won't feel that it won't feel that difficult and challenging. So yeah, sun is here in the conscious position. So this is like an ego boost. And I don't know, you are coming across different kinds of experiences. Libra, this is where something is happening, like something you have been hoping and wishing for is happening here. Good news is also what that energy is. And yeah, it could be that maybe you are finally making that trip, you are going somewhere. On the other hand, it could also be someone you are meeting this month and you are talking about things. So this is youthful energy. So it could be an old friend, it could be you're connecting with someone here, or it could be a stranger. Maybe you guys are on the same page, and so it will be easier to talk to them and everything. Yeah, an ego boost. So on the other hand, this is where you are releasing a block. Number 10 here has to do with completion. Death is also a completion. And this is where you are beginning something new. So a new beginning so it could be home, it could be your environment, it could be something to do with career, relationships, a project. Maybe you are completing a project here, things like that. Or it could be a family function, it could be that you are buying something new, it could be that you are land, property, it could be a vehicle, if that is something that you want. Yeah, whatever it is that you want. Magician's energy is also here, and the Empress is also here. So this is underneath this card. Okay, so this is what I was telling you. Okay, on the surface things may look messy and chaotic, but underneath, if you look a little bit deeper, look closer, then you are also here. Justice and the celebration is also here. So great things are in store for you, and you may not see it on the surface. Maybe things are still kind of messy, things are still a little bit difficult. However, something beautiful is happening underneath. So let this unfold, and keep your thoughts positive and optimistic. Stay curious, and know that something amazing is on the other side. Okay, something amazing is waiting for you. So this is the night, and this is the day. Sun is shining bright, your future is bright, and keep the faith, Libra, and is what I want to say. Yeah, you are home. Like for instance, if you are traveling, maybe you are reaching home and things are calm and peaceful again. But the journey, how can you make the journey a little bit easier, is also what you want to think about. Because it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, right? How can we make our journey a little bit easier and pleasant? You are ending the month with Page of Cups. So Page of Cups energy is where again you are connecting with your own intuition. This is some mystical happenings, like some mystical energy. So it could be your own intuition, it could be you experiencing something mysterious, or it could be Yeah, your own dreams, creative imagination is also what this energy is. So again, it's instead of focusing on what's the challenges, the struggles, focus on what is possible, like your dreams, creative imagination, Libra. Lean into that. So make time for dreams, it could daydreams. Think about writing down your goals, your dreams for your life, um, things like that, and focus on that. And when the intention is clear, when you set the intentions, you will be guided in the right direction. Don't worry about how it's going to happen, and don't worry about all the things that you have to do to make that happen. Instead, you don't want to make anything happen, because there is struggles involved with that, in that energy. You want to be in the you want to be in the flow of things. Effortless movement is what's needed. And when things feel a little bit effortless, then that means we are in the right direction. So we are moving in the right direction, yeah, that we are making the right choices, we are on the right path. So by that, what I mean is, set the intentions and stay open to what you are coming across. So this could mean, again, maybe certain things will fall away, and that is also part of the manifestation. Maybe you want to experience something, but in order for you to experience that, certain things that are standing on your path need to go away, but that might not feel comfortable because maybe you were not expecting it, maybe you didn't see it as an obstacle. So yeah, things like that. So yeah, stay open to the opportunities that you are coming across. Accept, uh, embrace the changes. Acceptance is also needed, and know that this is happening for a reason. This is happening, it's destiny, it's destined. And so you want to believe that it's actually helping you move in the right direction. But at the same time, Libra, you don't have to again struggle with anything. You don't have to make any impulsive decision. Just be aware of that. When again, control issues, when that is important to know. Okay, so what you have control over, what you don't have control over. So this month, Libra, get the help you need. If it feels like a lot, it's important to delegate, share your chores. And this could mean, if you are self-employed, this could mean hiring new people, outsourcing. If, like for instance, if there is a project that you are working on and if it's not going anywhere, this could mean being more creative, being more inventive, and remaining flexible with things is important. And also think about getting help, so that will make things much easier for you. But in your personal life, yes, there is that sense of like you being the parent, and so you are protecting the people you love. And but maybe that will that it will be a little bit exhausting, because it's not really in your hand. They also have to make their own decisions and everything, so that can lead to some misunderstandings. So just be aware of that. And at the same time, this is also the month where you want to create some kind of balance in your life. So, and take good care of yourself so you can handle whatever it is that you are coming across. And remember to be more flexible, and prioritizing is important. Organizing the day is important. So managing your life, your day-to-day life is important, so you can take care of everything in an easy and calm way. Travel is coming through for some of you guys, and yeah, some kind of release is also happening. So know what do you need to let go of. So it again could be attachments to ideas or place or things, whatever the case may be, Libra. But what I'm seeing is transformation, a rebirth is also happening. Like something is changing and you may not even be aware of it, It could be like if it's internal, you may not even realize it. You are just going through your day, and but some kind of internal transformation is happening. So there will come a day when you won't resonate with certain things, and then it will be easy for you to just let go, whatever this is. That's what's happening here. Looks like you are ready now. Okay, Libra, Libra, Libra. Let's see what's coming through for Libra. Librans, your message is Atlantis. Keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. Yes. So just what I just said, see, you have Empress has to do with growth, and Magician here has to do with manifestations, and Justice here has to do with making the right decisions. So that's what your energy is. And so it's important to, again, keep your eyes on the light, on the possibilities. Yes, there are certain things falling away, but they are falling together for you. So yeah, so if you are keeping everything together, then it will be a little bit difficult, because maybe certain things are changing now, and you might have to accept the changes, Libra. And so it's important to, again, set your intentions, and who do you want to be, what is your vision, what's your, like, it's also important to come up with some goals for your life. It could be relationships, it could be your home, things like that. And keep your eyes on the possibilities, the opportunities, the light. Keep your thoughts and words positive through these changes, so whether, and we do not get distracted. Maybe certain things are happening, but you don't want to get distracted. Just be aware of what's important for you and keep your eyes on those things. Okay, let me read this out to you. And looks like this is also where a new beginning is happening. This is where you are completing something, and this is a new beginning. So it could be any area of your life. It could be, again, home, relationships. But this is where you are carrying some baggage, Libra. So that is something you need to let go of, so you can move into this new beginning with fresh eyes, fresh perspective, a fresh attitude, So you don't want to go into it with preconceived notions, like what happened, and expectations and things like that. Maybe you approach this situation from a fresh perspective, is what I want to say. And stay open to what you are coming across. So in short, get out of your own way, Libra. Okay, Atlantic. Oh my God, this is a first card in the tarot, and the page number is 66. 66 is a good number. Number 6 has to do with the number 6 resonates to the planet Venus, and that's what I'm seeing here with the Empress card. Empress is ruled by planet Venus, and Venus has to do with beauty, love, romance, harmony, home, abundance, prosperity. So that's the possibility. Okay, so that's what you want to keep in, keep that in your mind. So keep the faith and let things unfold. And yeah, okay, now let me just read it out to you. Number 66. So Libra, what I'm also seeing with death card is you might have to let go of old ways of doing things. You might have to come out of your comfort zone and try something new and different. And yes, it may not feel comfortable, but that's exactly what's needed this month. Okay, so yeah, are you up for it? Is what the question is. So if you are resisting, that will be a little bit frustrating and difficult. So stay open to the changes. So the message is keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. In his writings, the ancient Greek philosopher Plato described a great civilization called Atlantis, whose island home in the Atlantic Ocean was a marvel of architecture. Its capital city was made up of a series of concentric circles separated by moats of water, and at its center was a temple dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea. The Atlanteans were a highly advanced people who were very much tapped into and connected with the energy of the universe. They also harnessed the power of water and air in their technologies and practices. Perhaps this is where the tremendous psychic and magical abilities for manifesting their great visions into physical came from. Eventually, Atlantis' growth got out of hand and its people became greedy and disrespectful. A series of earthquakes caused the island to sink into the bottom of the ocean, and for millennia, people have captivated by the legend of this lost civilization. This card is one of huge visions and promises. You have the potential to create great things in the world. However, it comes with a warning to stay in alignment when you grow, to create rather than produce. Don't get addicted to growth. Instead, stay true to your mission and inner calling. Wow. One more time. This card is one of huge visions and promises. You have the potential to create great things in the world. However, it comes with a warning to stay in alignment when you grow, to create rather than produce. Don't get addicted to growth. Instead, stay true to your mission and inner calling. Soul inquiry. What are you being called to create? How can you focus on creating rather than producing? How can you stay in alignment as you grow? All right. So Libra, this is about quality. Yes, and don't worry about how things are unfolding in your life. It's important to understand what you are trying to create here. What is the meaning? What is the purpose? And at the same time, it's also important to identify your values, your principles, and stay true to yourself, in touch with yourself. You don't want to get distracted and go off track, so it's important to come from that heart space and really understand, okay, what is it. Don't worry about the growth, don't worry about how this is going to like the trends and everything, whatever it is that you are creating. It could be relationships that you are focusing on, your family values, or it could be a project, something that you are working on which is very close to your heart. It's important to not worry about the external, the superficial. It could be whatever that means for you, people's opinions, judgment, success, others' idea of things, so it's important to really understand what your core values are, what your principles are. This is where you are reminded to stay true to yourself, stay honest and close to your home. By that, what I mean is close to your heart, your spirit, and create from that space. Don't worry about how something is, unfolding in your external, but it's important to stay in alignment. By alignment, what I also mean is keep your, be clear about your vision. What is it that you are trying to create here? And you want to, and it's important to know if the choices that you are making, the decisions you are taking, the actions you are taking, if it's in alignment, if it's helping you move towards that end goal, or if it's taking you away from that. So what is your end goal? It could be your goal for your family, it could be your work, it could be your health. So what kind of choices you are making, that is important. If it's in, you know, if it's in alignment with your values, your principles, what you are trying to create here, yeah, that's important. Long reading, but it is what it is, Libra. So I hope you have a great month. Powerful cards here, powerful energy coming through for you. You have some major arcana cards, which is important major arcana cards. So that's change, transformation is what I'm seeing here for you. So stay in your heart and keep creating, keep enjoying your life, and take good care of yourself. Also remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. Maybe you will find something different there. And if you find this, if you like what you see here, do remember to support the channel by liking, subscribing, commenting, things like that. But take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next reading.